Welcome to Tzu Chi This Week. I'm Margaret Lin. Thank you for joining us. A troupe donates its income from performing at Tzu Chi Dallas chapter's 25th anniversary to help Hurricane Harvey victims. We meet an award-winning teacher who led a school ballet troupe onto international stage. In the Philippines, participants of Tzu Chi's cash relief program turned from receivers to givers after improving their lives. Hurricane Harvey's devastation of Texas spared Dallas, allowing the Tzu Chi Dallas chapter to hold its 25th anniversary. The China Disabled People's Performing Arts Troupe performed at the event, and upon learning about hurricane victims, they decided to donate the income they earned from these two performances.
The troupe gives a performance of 10,000 hand bodhisattva to symbolize his great compassion. The China Disabled People's Performing Art Troupe turned its two performances in Dallas into charity ones to help victims of Hurricane Harvey.
It is because of your support that we have been able to touch the life, the thousands of families with our thousands of helping hands. A penny may not be much, but over the years, the love gathered one penny at a time.
Despite their physical disabilities, these troupe members want to touch more people to pursue their dreams.
The thing that I loved the most about the performance was that you see people that they are faced with obstacles like all of us are, but they took the obstacle and made it something that was, beautiful for everybody else. So it wasn't a problem for them, it became a blessing for everybody.
The show was wonderful. It was so moving, so much love, so much warmth.
这种大爱就是在这种你们的生命。
This great love is passed forward from your lives, so from now on, every association should help each other.
This year marks the 25th anniversary of Tzu Chi Dallas chapter, and the performances by the art troupe expanded the power of love by donating the proceeds to help the hurricane victims. This love will spread among people.
Since the Tzu Chi Dallas Liaison Office was formed in 1992, it has carried out Tzu Chi's four missions and help with education, as well as serve as a hub for eco-friendly blankets distributed to disaster areas. Let's review the 25 years of work by Dallas volunteers.
51 years ago, from 5 disciples making an extra pair of baby shoes per day, and 30 housewives donating 5 cents daily, Tzu Chi's spirit of donating to a bamboo coin bank is now practiced in all corners of the world. No matter the shape of the coin bank, the meaning doesn't change. It's one's determination to help others.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Oh. This was the devastation that hit Americans the hardest. In 2005, Hurricane Katrina swept the country. What role did Tzu Chi play in the disaster relief? That year, Tzu Chi volunteers from Dallas provided relief aid for Katrina survivors. It's also the first time local volunteers held such a large-scale, multiple-session aid distribution.
Love it. I feel like you and your country, your people are doing more for us than my government.
From this, Tzu Chi's charity mission takes a giant step forward.
Brand new one, yeah. Make it warm.
In 2007, Tzu Chi Dallas chapter was officially recognized by the Texas Department of Emergency Management. Working alongside the Red Cross and the Salvation Army. In 2013, the explosion of a fertilizer plant shook up and nearly destroyed the lives of the 3,000 people who live in the small town of West Texas.
It's gone.
When I got there and saw my dad, he was all right, but the people that were around there, some of them were blood everywhere.
Because we're the Master's eyes and feet.
Walking into the hard-hit regions, the blueprint of how to conduct this relief has already been formed. The Dallas Tzu Chi volunteers distribute cash cards and blankets to the victims.
All of y'all are so good.
I love you people.
And thank y'all for everything that y'all have done. Greatly appreciated.
The list of victims includes George Smith, the director of the local EMS, who received injuries to his face during the evacuation mission.
I didn't worry about my minor cuts and stuff. They weren't that bad. They told me to sit down and be a patient. As soon as they turned their back, I left because I had work to do. We thank you for coming. We thank you for helping. West and myself are givers. We're used to giving to people. It is a very humbling experience for us to take help.
Just responded to the fire like they're trained to do, and they're dedicated to do. These are very loyal servants that put their life on the line to save life. And I knew some of the ones that lost their lives, so it's extremely sad. It makes you realize how much in danger they are.
Also in 2013, Oklahoma was hit by a tornado. Dallas volunteers crossed state line to assist.
Say everything will work out. I'm usually on the other side giving, and now I have to take. It's hard.
For the state of Oklahoma, thank you so much to our friends in Taiwan and our Taiwanese citizens here in Oklahoma and throughout our nation that has done so much to help us during a very challenging time in our state with the tornadoes that we experienced and the loss of property, and certainly we had some loss of life. But we are very grateful for our great friends, our sister cities, and our friendship with Taiwan, and we appreciate the generous donation today from the foundation. Thank you so much.
How are you? You're good.
Yes, we are.
In 2016, a deadly tornado ripped through Texas, impacting Garland and its residents. Tzu Chi volunteers once again began their relief work, where cash cards and blankets have become a symbol of comfort.
I'm so thankful.
We have a lot of people that were affected after the tornado that happened the day after Christmas, and we have very, very strong residents, but all of them need help right now, and the contributions that we're receiving just made a huge difference. And I'm very, very proud of all the people that survived the tornado, but I'm very proud of all of our good friends that came to help, and I want to say thank you very much.
That this organization showed enough tenacity and compassion for mankind to come through and share some things with me and their knowledge, and I'm going to pass these things on to other people, and I'm going to come back and bring my money back in my container to continue this help for other people in future disasters.
Dallas, Texas plays a special role in storing Tzu Chi's eco-friendly blankets. Its warehouse is an important hub to transfer blankets across the United States, as well as Central and South America.
The Dallas chapter, located centrally in the United States, we in the shortest time possible can provide relief blankets to all parts of the country. This is why the chapter is the nation's disaster relief blanket warehouse.
The journey these blankets is on is to New Jersey, while these blankets are headed to Haiti in the Caribbean Sea. Love has long been spread here.
A third of our kids grow up in households that are beneath the poverty level, and they definitely don't have the money and the wherewithal to get ready for school like they need to, and that's why this is important.
Beginning in 2005, Tzu Chi Dallas chapter annually joins the mayor's back-to-school fair.
We started mayor back-to-school fair from 2005. In the first years, we provided physical exam, like the eye check, hearing check, because nobody provided uniform. We know a lot of people, a lot of kids don't have enough uniform, so we started to do that. I think the first year we start about 1,500. Right now it's 4,000. We will put the $50,000 under this program. We just give a mixed rate because we like to provide more service to another family, not only one family. This is not the only place. We go to the school to give the land because the other kids only have one uniform. We need more people to get more budget to help to do this program.
I like them. They're very nice. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hey, here you go.
This is the best day of my life.
The Dallas chapter's involvement in education is especially significant at the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy, established in 2011.
We work together and we find through the aphorisms book related lessons, and so she comes in every month and does 2 days a month with our school students on that particular lesson.
Good morning, Mr. Douglas, and good morning, brothers. Today our topic is our human minds.
In the first class, they asked us to play Tzu Chi's story.
In the first class, he asked us to introduce Tzu Chi's formations so the students understand why they're learning from Tzu Chi.
This brother? Yes.
We teach the young men persistence, and then you see the emotional come up. When those come up, where will that young man stand? Where will that faculty and staff member stand? The beauty of our relationship with Tzu Chi, it ties into all that. Master Chen Ying's lessons are about character, are about true humanitarianism.
What consequence do the desire bring to you?
I guess be caught in greed, because sometimes the things you may want so badly could inevitably be your downfall.
Sometimes desires means burden.
Bring Jing's aphorism into the classroom is our ultimate goal. It is the most direct way to educate students on life lessons.
The educational road is long. We have to be patient, but children will grow up, so we have to do it now.
In the past 51 years, Tzu Chi volunteers have traversed the globe and used native languages to thank the disaster victims. Master Chen Yin once said, "The most beautiful sight is the smile of a patient's gratitude." All these years, this is really the only reward Tzu Chi volunteers seek after bringing relief. They bask in the ease of children's laughter and gratitude of those in need. In 2011, Time magazine announced 100 candidates of the most influential people in the world. The only person in Taiwan to win this honor was Tzu Chi Foundation's founder, Master Chen Yin. This honorable mention comes from years of charity work and trust from society. When the Tzu Chi Foundation celebrated its 50th birthday in 2016, the White House had these words of blessings.
By mobilizing dedicated volunteers across the globe to aid those who need it most, organizations like Tzu Chi are shaping a future that reflects the shared purpose and common ideals that bind humanity together.
I 一无所有来到花莲，花莲呢有一段时间实在是苦的吼，欠生酒头配饭面的。在那一种的克难情况之下，成立了慈济。
Tzu Chi isn't just a name, it is a small ceiling in the heart that's not limited by time or space. Love nurtures it to grow, and compassion helps it gain strength. This is how Tzu Chi has spread from Taiwan's Hualien to all over the world.
In our next report, we meet an award-winning teacher in Pingtung, Taiwan. Chama Ke has been teaching for 16 years, and he is the instructor of Taiwu Ancient Ballads troupe at Taiwu Elementary School. He teaches the students to sing ancient ballads as well as speak indigenous language. His efforts in leading the troupe to perform in different parts of the world allowed him to win the Excellence Teacher Award this year.
During warm-up exercises before PE class, the 5th graders play as they learn.
教我们母语怎么讲。
真的哦，所以他教之前你都不太会讲。
The students practice Paiwan language even in PE class. Teacher Chama Ke has incorporated tribal culture in daily life.
唱歌在排湾族里面，它是跟那个祭典有关系。
For Paiwan people, singing is related to festivals, families, and historic stories. What is singing and dancing for us? In festivals, it's how we connect with one another. Singing and dancing is a part of life.
所以唱歌跟跳舞是生命的其中一部分。
When we are doing something together, the teacher does not give up.
Being gentle but persistent is children's impression of Chama Ke. This is what Chama Ke insists on doing during his 16 years of teaching. During lunch break, the students are practicing singing.
This is our practice time. Why do we use lunch break, during which the students could sleep? We do not have any other suitable time. We cannot practice during classes.
During the 50-minute practice, the students do not feel tired. Chama Ke is happy to teach the students to sing. Buying the students dinner with his money, Chama Ke leads them to practice in the evenings. He has brought the ancient ballads troupe onto the international stage. Influenced by his father, who's also a teacher, Chama Ke also became a teacher. He hopes to do his best to help the tribal children learn and grow. Only when he passes on the traditional culture, the culture can be valued.
透过唱歌这件事情
Through singing, I am able to find my root of being a Paiwan person. Therefore, I want to do it with the children. The biggest reward in passing on the traditional values is seeing the next generation teaching the younger ones.
下一代再教他的下一代。
After Typhoon Kasana devastated the Philippines in 2009, Tzu Chi initiated a cash flow relief program to help the victims. After joining the program, these participants have improved their lives through recycling. Now they want to repay this love by helping others.
With an umbrella as her walking stick, 80-year-old Josephine Pra walks 30 minutes every day to a Tzu Chi educational recycling station. She was once spoiled. If she did not receive any allowance from her siblings, she would become hostile towards them.
After I came in contact with Tzu Chi, I learned from Master Zheng Yan that it was not right to ask for allowance from other people. Instead, I should work to support myself. Then I would not become a burden to my family.
Now living alone, Josephine works at a recycling station 5 days a week in the cash flow relief program, but she only asks for 4 days payment.
Because Tzu Chi has been helping me and guiding me to the right direction. Tzu Chi is caring and cherishing seniors like me.
After Typhoon Katrina, Tzu Chi initiated a cash flow relief program for the typhoon victims. 42-year-old Rose Bob is a beneficiary of this program. After her husband died in 2013, Rose uses the income from the program to raise her 3 children. Doing recycling supports her family and is also a warning.
As At Tzu Chi, we learn we should separate garbage and recycle resources. We can't litter them on the streets because they'll cause flooding.
Rose now takes her children to do good deeds to pay back. She donates 2% of her monthly income to Tzu Chi and helps out at free clinics. She is now living a life filled with love and gratitude.
As we previously reported, Typhoon Kesana brought great damages to Marikina City of the Philippines in 2009. It was when Tzu Chi Philippines chapter started a cash for relief program to help the victims, as well as promote environmental protection. In 2010, Marikina City signed a memorandum with Tzu Chi to protect the environment.
In November 2010, Marikina City government signed a memorandum with Tzu Chi on environmental protection. Since then, Tzu Chi has been promoting recycling in the city by collecting recyclables with tricycles and carts. The city also ordered various public institutes to set aside an area to place the recyclables. This is an extension of love after Typhoon Katsana and Tzu Chi's cash for relief programs in 2009. Then in 2013, after Typhoon Haiyan devastated the Philippines, the residents in Omak learned a similar idea.
We used to throw garbage and recyclables into the sea or just burn them because we didn't know the importance of recycling, nor collecting recyclables could help other people. This is how Tzu Chi Foundation helps people.
Pasita Late once suffered greatly because of her husband's passing, but now she has changed her mindset.
Tzu Chi has been helping me a lot. They didn't just give me a job, they also helped me walk out from the grievances from my husband's passing. So now I can raise my granddaughter and she can finish high school. I can also pay for a rental home every month.
Many Filipinos are Catholics. 24-year-old Lee Matolid prays sincerely for her brother who suffers from the nasopharyngeal carcinoma. Their father takes care of him and she works to raise the family.
It is Tzu Chi that gave me a family because I come from a broken family. So when I came here, I felt I had a mother because Tzu Chi volunteers took care of me.
The Cash for Relief program pays the participants 5 days a week, but Lee Matolid always works as a volunteer on every Monday, so she can also spread love to people.
Tzu Chi North Toronto office in Canada attended the 41st Thornhill Village Festival, promoting Ethical Eating Day as well as providing TCM services to the participants. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. See you next week.